What's coming into your career in 2023? Will you stay in the safe zone or will your career change a lot? We will mostly focus for you guys on the advice for the year so you will know where you are headed. And by the way, I created a fun video on the topic of how to get your life together this year. So some practical steps, things that you can focus on, and what I am doing to keep myself accountable. But in this pick a card, I want you as always to choose one group that you feel the most intuitively drawn towards. Each of this card is representing your overall vibe for the career for the year 2023. So take a look at them. And whichever group you feel the most drawn to, that is going to be your reading. Alright guys, so all the timestamps are in the description box, so look for it, click on it, and then I'll see you in your reading. And now I'm gonna start with the group number 1. Hi group number 1. Let's take a look at what is the overall vibe of this year, of the career for you, and then we will dive into the advice for you. What is something that you should hear right now? What is something that is going to help you throughout this year? So let's take a look. Alright, so the card that you guys chose and the card that is explaining the overall vibe of the year for you is the Ten of Swords. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, this is quite a tough card to get. But what the good thing that is about it is that there's something ending. There is an ending coming this year in your career, maybe in your career field, at your current job. But it just feels like it's going to eventually turn out really well for you. Because yes, it's going to be probably quite a tough transition or a lot of questionable energy. That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm feeling it. However, it will be good for you because I feel like the current career position that you have or job or your current career in general, maybe it's not for you, like it doesn't fit you or you're in a toxic environment. I don't know exactly because we have to pull more cards, but a Ten of Swords is a card of endings and new beginnings. And it's usually with the Ten of Swords an ending that might be quite painful. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't want you guys to right now be like, okay, I'm just gonna check a different pile, because even though we got this card as the overall vibe of the year, we might get so many different cards for just the overall advice and what you should focus on. As I said, I see with a Ten of Swords that it will be something good for you, but I think that the biggest blessings come with quite a big challenge as well, because nothing comes easy, nothing good comes easy, nothing great comes easy. So I feel like this is the end of a either painful or difficult or struggling chapter. If you guys, have been feeling like you don't like your job or you don't like your current career path, I think that's even better message for you here. Maybe it's good to hear that there will be an end to it. There's definitely something new coming, but it also is connected with the end of something. So let's take a look at the cards, the supporting cards, and let's see what is the advice for my group 1 regarding career in 2023, the situation. So we have 8 of Cups reversed. So that's the first energy. And the 8 of Cups is also about endings, but more like making a decision to walk away from something. I hope you guys can see this card well. I don't want to hold it like too close to the candle. I have to get up to see. Okay. It's the best if I keep it like this. Okay. So with the 8 of Cups, this is about walking away from something that we are emotionally connected to. So you probably might be connected to your current position, work, job, emotionally connected to it. Maybe, it brings you a level of ease or stability, financial freedom, and even though it gives you this one aspect, I'm pretty sure that there's something missing in it. Maybe your heart isn't in it, or maybe your heart is in it, but the money is not there. It just feels like something is missing. That's why we have the Ten of Swords. With the Eight of Cups reversed, this is the advice for you here is to not stick to this job or to this particular career because maybe of somebody else, of the connections that you have built at that job, at that work, because of your or due to your colleagues. With the Eight of Cups reversed, this is telling you not to allow your emotions to overrule what makes sense in your mind, basically, what you think about it. Because the heart can overrule your head with the Eight of Cups in general, and this card in reverse is telling you not to do that, not to make decisions or base your actions on, I'm hearing like relationships at work, on connections, on matters that are connected to your heart and how you're feeling about certain like maybe positions at work or about certain people. I don't know why this keeps on coming back, but I feel like you're emotionally connected to some part of your current job, and I feel like you know that it's not the best for you with this Ten of Swords over here, that you could do better, or that the environment maybe is, not that great, might be influencing you in a bad way, or whatever it is for you, group one. I see that with the Eight of Cups reverse, it is definitely time to walk away from it. So don't feel kind of like obligated to stay, because I see with the Six of Wands reversed that you are not getting the recognition that you deserve. You're not getting the eyes on you. You're not getting what you deserve. I feel like you are doing much more than you're supposed to, or this also could be about you are so much more talented than, being stuck at the job that doesn't allow you to kind of use those skills, use those talents, your natural talents. That's what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands reversed. This also could be about that environment that is not fully supportive and someone kind of like stealing your position. I feel like that's something that might have already been happening, something that you might have been already seeing, and you already realize that some things are just not fair. That's how it feels at your current job, in your current career, at your current position. So there's this change definitely, and the Spirit is asking you to not let your emotions or your family also could be connected with the family, because we have the Ten of Cups. I don't know if this is maybe you working with your family, or somehow you're hired by one of your family members. If not, the Ten of Cups is also community. So you might be staying at your current position because of your friends, because of the community, maybe because of what will other people think, something about that. All right, so let's keep on going. Let's see, what is the advice here for you? Yeah, not to base any kind of decision that you guys are going to make on what other people are doing, what other people are like, how other people are seeing your situation, especially your work colleagues. And being with the High Priestess reversed, stop being so trustworthy. I also gotta say, you gotta keep more things to yourself, group one. I feel like you might be just saying too much, just babbling kind of too much, and I feel like it might be because you feel like sharing things, all the news, so what are all your friends from work is good, or telling them maybe about your personal life. And I'm not saying all of this to make you feel like you can't have any friends at work, but just be careful, because I'm seeing with this High Priestess and the Six of Wands reversed that there might be someone even, right now around you, because I do think that it's the advice for the current moment and for For the close future, I think that someone might not be playing fair here. With High Priestess reversed, keep the news to yourself. Maybe the news about, if you will hear that someone else is hiring somewhere else, like you don't have to say all of it to your friends from work. Kind of like working behind the scene, and I'm not saying you gotta lie, but just keep the secrets to yourself. That's how it feels. Let's see what else we have. What is the advice here for overall advice for this year for group 1? Overall advice, 4 of Swords reversed. So give yourself time to heal. I feel like you guys might be pretty much overworking yourself, and you're not giving yourself enough time to rest. That could be connected with like not sleeping well enough. So make sure that you're going to sleep soon enough that you can catch that like 8 hours of sleep, or however how long you need in order to be productive the next day. Because if you're going to stay up all night, or like half of the night, until like 3, let's say, the next day, the following day, you're not going to be working as productively and sufficiently as you could if you got that sleep, if you got that rest. So it's important to take that rest. Okay, now I feel like you guys might be, I don't want to like scare you, but I gotta say that I got a message that if there will be a situation, I don't think it's going to happen for everyone that chose group 1, but for some of you it will, and it might be a little bit scary, sounds scary. Anyway, now I feel like I'm making you even more scared. It's not such a big deal. I feel like I'm even going through this right now, so trust me, it's gonna be fine. But either way, if there will be a situation in your life this year that you're going to be switching careers, you're going to be ending one contract, and then there might be this time for you of not having a job, maybe a month, maybe a 2, or something like that, where you're maybe looking for a new job, or you just took these extra few months to find something better for yourself. You have to give yourself more time to rest. I'm just feeling this very restless energy, quite like either desperate or just stressful. So the spirit is saying that you gotta give yourself that rest. If there will be like a time possibility for you to take some time off, as in, well, it's either like a vacation, or you will literally just quit a job and you will have like a month off. Try to rest. Try to, with the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is a stage of planning, of figuring out what you want, of trying out new things, thinking about, what do I want to do long term? What brings me more fun? What is more enjoyable? What kind of job, what kind of career would I actually enjoy doing? And how can I get there? So you don't have to know it, all of it, have it all figured out, but give yourself time to think and space to do that. The Hierophant reversed as the career advice, another career advice for you guys. So the Hierophant to me in reverse is representing something unconventional. You doing something unconventional and thinking about becoming or having a more unconventional type of a job. Kind of deciding to live by your own rules rather than following what other people are doing. And I'm getting a message of leaving like a traditional or like formal job. Maybe a type of a job that you used to do, you've been doing for the past couple of years. It was giving you stability. The job that you might be having right now is, I feel like for you guys, it's just something traditional. And I think it's not a type of a job that you feel fulfilled at. I think this year is going to be a year of transitioning. You transitioning to doing something unconventional and doing something outside of your comfort zone a little bit. But I think it's outside of your comfort zone because you're afraid that you can't follow that passion, or you can't have like creative work, or it just feels like the job that you might have right now, or the jobs that you always had, they were very traditional. They were always, giving you that stability, that life stability. And this kind of feels like you deciding that maybe you want to actually have your own business, and you want to be an entrepreneur instead of working in a traditional kind of a job, kind of work. So there's a lot going on for you, Group 1. Let's take a look at what else we have for you for this year with oracle cards. All right. Let's see, Group 1. Career advice for Group 1. What is the career advice for Group 1 for 2023? All right, so we have surrender to the divine. So this is about allowing the universe to help you, about surrendering and not always trying to be in control of everything, following your gut more, knowing that things are going to be just fine. The energy is gaining momentum. So this year, I feel like you are getting closer to something that you actually will really enjoy doing. You might not be doing this full time yet this year, but I feel like it's a breakthrough moment. It's a breakthrough year. And you are building upon that with the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, we also have new moon in Sagittarius. So this new moon might be particularly important for you, Group 1, especially during 2023. So feel free to Google when is the new moon in Sagittarius. I guess it's like November, the end of the year for sure. But this moon might be, particularly important regarding your career. So something important might be happening around that time. But also it says luck is on your side. So things are going to be just fine. I feel like eventually, like after that transition, or during that transition, during this 10 of Swords, moment when you will walk away from one job, or you will quit, or, something's going to happen that you will have to leave the job. I feel like the universe will send you really great opportunities your way with luck is on your side. So don't forget that. Don't get your spirit down just because something will not work for you anymore. Just because one job is not going to be there anymore, you don't want to work there anymore, or something happens and you can't. It's not the end, of the world. With luck is on your side, the Jupiter energy has you. The Jupiter energy will bring a lot of expansion and luck into your life because Jupiter governs Sagittarius. It's a planet of Sagittarius. So I really believe that things are going to align in the best possible way for you. And this year is a year of transitioning into that. Okay, so in the guidebook for this card, it says, this card is about exploring life by exchanging big ideas with others, or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. The Sagittarius is also about traveling, so I feel like you guys might be planning to travel somewhere, or even relocating this year, or thinking about relocating with this Two of Wands. Maybe it's just a phase of planning, the relocation, moving somewhere for that new job, for that new career path. For this card, it also says in the guidebook, additional meanings for this card. This is a wonderful time to start a course or study of, this is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. So that might be something that you guys might be really interested in this year as well. All right. It says, don't be narrow-minded. So be more open-minded regarding your the opportunities that will come your way this year in career. All right, so let's see what else we have for you guys. What are other messages, advice for Group 1 for this year? And one more card I have for you guys from the Alice in Wonderland deck. Belong to your own dream, create your own life. So as I was saying, this year is a year of creation, of creating your life, or figuring out what you want to do, who you want to become, how you want your career to look like, what kind of life you want to live, because career is really big, important part of our life, area of our life, and our work influences us a lot because we tend to do it every day, or like 5 times a week at least, right? So if we are in an environment that is cutting our wings, we can't, learn to fly or continue learning how to fly. We can't spread our wings and expand our horizons, learn new things, become better. So I just think that this year you guys are very focused on figuring out what you want to do and what kind of job, career would be the best fit for you. I really think that you are figuring out what kind of maybe routine you would like to have, probably because you're comparing it to the not rituals, but the routine that you have right now when you have this current job that doesn't bring you this much of satisfaction. Again, I feel like whatever you guys are doing right now, it gives you the stability, maybe financially it's super good for you, but it might not be something that you feel like is your calling, or you might be spending a lot of hours at work. Whatever it is, something is wrong there, and the universe will push you this year to refresh your mindset, to make new decisions, push yourself to reach for something better. That's how it feels for you, group 1. If you got until the end of this reading, I want you guys to leave this emoji in a comment section. It will let me know that you got until the end. So that means that it really resonated with you, I hope. But I hope this also helps you. Group 1, let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. And I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye. Group 2, hello. So this card that you guys chose is the overall vibe, maybe not advice, but overall vibe of the year 2023 regarding your career. So let's see, what is this year really about? So we have the Queen of Swords as your main vibe of the year for career. Okay, so you guys are definitely seeing your path more clearly this year. You're more strategic, you're more analytical with your approach. You're making very clever and strategic decisions this year regarding your job, but again, especially, you're seeing your career path more clearly. Everything makes more sense, and I think because of such fresh and such objective approach, I think it's going to lead to a lot of success, or at least a lot of clarity, and clarity will bring a feeling of safety and security. I think you also are more realistic with your expectations this year, and you are definitely improving your communication skills at work. You're standing up for yourself, and you're more upfront in your dealings with others at your current job, or at your job, or in career in general, like a boss babe. Boss babe energy. All right, so let's take a look at your advice for this year. What do we have? What's coming? What the Spirit want you to know right now for this year? And also, I feel like this message will apply whenever you guys are going to find this reading, or you can come back to this reading if you want throughout the year. But what is the advice for my group 2 regarding career in 2023? What is something that they should know? All right, so we have the Magician as your first card. Spirit wants you to know that you have everything you need in order to manifest whatever you want into your life regarding your career. So if you've been thinking about changing a job, if you've been thinking if you deserve the raise, if you have everything you need in order to start with some sort of project or business, the Magician, you're very prepared. You already have everything that you need. Like, you have the talent and you have the skill. And the Magician is also communication, just like the Queen of Swords here, at least for me. So I see that you are becoming more comfortable with communicating or getting your word across, with setting boundaries with other people, with getting what you want. I see that you this year can speak up for yourself much better, and you're learning how to do it. There will be probably a lot of opportunities for you to use that skill. But also, that's the advice here for you. You have to believe in yourself more, group 2, because you're very talented. You're naturally talented at whatever you're doing, at whatever you're planning to do. The Queen of Swords, she's an expert. So you're really good at whatever you're doing. Maybe you just needed this encouragement from the spirit, so I'm delivering it to you. And so let's see what else we have for you with the other cards. But with the Magician, it's a really powerful, really strong card to get. Another card that we got for you is the Strength. So another major arcana card, another major energy. So as I was mentioning something about your mental health, you kind of learning how to say maybe no, how to establish boundaries with others, with coworkers, with maybe your employees or employers. The Strength card is telling me that your mental health is going to be just really on point this year. There's not so much to stress about, but I feel like there's not much to stress about because you believe in yourself more and in your skill and your ability, in who you are and what you bring to the table in career, on your career path, It's like if you would be going to job interviews and you know that you're going to slay, because who is better than you for this particular position? Like, they should even pay you extra because you are that good. Like, it feels like you believe in yourself so much, or you should, because that's also the advice. I feel like you will eventually, with this Queen of Swords energy here, you're going to be unstoppable. But since this is the advice for you guys, you gotta believe in yourself more, in your skill, in your talent, in yourself. You're really good at whatever you do, group 2. And I think that's a strong message that needed to come across, because maybe you were doubting, maybe you were questioning, maybe you don't feel like, you're that good. So here's me telling you that you are. So the next card that we have, really pretty one, is the Moon, which is another major arcana card. Really interesting. So the Moon, it's about a lot of things. But the Moon to me represents things that are hidden, that are not seen yet, that you don't know yet of. So that is the advice for you guys, group 2, to be open to the unknown, to the opportunities that you don't even know right now that you want, that will come your way, because there's something big coming your way. I feel like it's going to help you hugely on your career path, and it just feels like it's an opportunity again that you just don't think of right now, because maybe you don't even know that it exists. It very often, at least in my life, it happens quite often when I learn new things every single day, and sometimes I'm like, how did I not even know that this is an option? It feels like there will be a lot of options coming your way that you didn't even think through or think of. So the Moon is telling you to be more open to the unknown, to the things that are hidden, to the things that are not visible quite yet, but they will come into your environment, or like your life in general. They will show themselves. I think that at some point this year, you might be even feeling like it's too good to be true. But with this card, a huge message that is coming across is that not everything will be or is as it seems. So even right now, whatever you think that you know, that's okay. Okay, you know what you know. However, there's so much more that you don't know at the moment. It feels like not everything is like seen, not everything is visible yet. So the spirit is coming across to tell you to chill, that everything will be revealed at the right time this year. But you gotta be prepared. And I do think that you are already prepared. You are like over prepared, group 2. So there's some opportunity coming. There is some event coming. There's maybe some person coming that is somehow going to help you in your career this year. But you gotta believe in yourself. And don't let the emotions rule you. See your path clearly, even though the path might not be as clear at the moment. If the path is not clear, I know that it will with the Queen of Swords this year. It will for sure. If the path is not clear yet, it's because there's something more coming soon. The more information will be revealed to you soon. And during that time, I think that you just have to trust, and you have to keep on working at your skill or whatever you guys, need. Kind of get yourself prepared. But again, as I said, I feel like you are really prepared for it already. There's not much more of a preparation that you need. So let's keep on going. Let's pull a couple of more cards to see what is the advice for this year. So with a 3 of Cups reversed, this is about gossip very often, group 2. So the spirit is saying that you shouldn't get yourself involved in any kind of gossip at work. Make sure to stay away from that. Make sure to keep the opinions, very, very negative opinions, negative gossip to yourself, because you might be talking to someone that maybe later on will have like an influence on some sort of decision in the future or something like that. So the spirit is coming through to tell you that you should avoid any kind of confrontations, really negative confrontations like that. Don't get yourself in trouble. Spirit is also coming through with a 3 of Cups reverse, warning you about a friend. So this could be a colleague at work, or it could be someone that you are right now maybe working with if you have your own business or something like that. Be careful not to say everything to this person. This person might not be very or fully honest with you with a 3 of Cups reversed. The spirit is also saying with a 3 of Cups reversed that it's time now to cut back a little bit on partying, on going out on weekends, like each weekend, and maybe spending all the money, or just getting so drunk that the next day you have such a big hangover that you just can't focus on maybe side projects or something like that, or on the things that you want to improve at. It doesn't have to be career related, but some sort of habits that you wanted to work on, some things that are just important to you, new routines, etc. So I see with the 3 of Cups reversed that the spirit is saying, okay, it's enough, enough of partying, enough of going out all the time, enough of putting your friends, especially from work, as a priority. In a way, like if they call you and they want to go out, you say yes. It's time to cut back on that a little bit, so you can focus with the star on your calling, on what you want to do. The star is exactly that. Doing what your soul came here to do, your true calling. So I think you guys are going to feel like you're in a flow this year in your career. Things are aligning, things are going good, you're in the flow. You know where you're going, you know where you're headed. And Ace of Cups reversed. So the spirit is saying that you should steer away from any kind of romance at work. So if it's you being single, looking for love, don't look at your job, at your work, at your career, in your career environment. This can't be your boss, this can't be your colleague, okay? Because things are going to get complicated. And with a Queen of Swords as the overall vibe of the year for you guys, there's a heart here. You might not see it, but there's a heart here that is put in a cage, because Queen of Swords, she's thinking with her mind, with her clear mind. She doesn't pay attention that much to what her heart is saying, to what her emotions are telling her to do. Because if she would listen to that, it might take her in a wrong way. It might lead her in a wrong way, especially with this Ace of Cups here reverse. Like, she can start paying so much attention to the relationships and connections that she might either get lost or used at work, you know, working extra time just because she likes someone and she wants to make this person think good of her. So don't let your emotions get at your job, get in your work. If you're looking for love, don't do it at work. And also, just in general, don't let the stress or the everyday struggles of your job to influence your personal life that much. Try to disconnect yourself from your job, you know, try to have a nice work-life balance. And stay patient with the Seven of Coins. That's not cups. Seven of Coins in reversed. The Spirit is saying that even though the progress at the beginning might not be that visible, it will eventually become visible. Think of it this way. If you plant a seed, it doesn't automatically within a day or two grow into this beautiful flower, into this beautiful plant that you can see visibly. You know, it starts to grow all the roots at the beginning. And the roots might be spreading, you know, left and right and not going up so quickly. So even though you might feel like you're not making that much of a progress, the Spirit is saying that you are. And you are definitely going the right direction this year. So don't think that whatever you do is you wasting your time, especially when you are pushing yourself to become better, to get better at something. So stay patient. That's another message here for you from the Spirit for this year, the advice. So let's see with the Oracle cards. What do we have? Sorry about that. Sorry about the noise. What is the advice for my group 2 for this year for career? What should they know about? Okay, so we have be bold and make the first move. Be bold, group 2. You are so talented at whatever you're doing, at whatever you want to pursue. You already have the skill, you already have the knowledge, you already know. You probably already have the experience. And if you don't have the experience, I think that you don't think that you have experience, but you probably have experience like maybe outside of the career. Maybe it's something that, you know, let's say, for example, you want to become an editor and you never worked in like a professional environment as an editor. You've never been a professional editor, but you've been editing videos for the past couple of years for your own YouTube channel. That's just an example. You already have the experience. So think about it whenever you will be feeling like, no, I'm not good at that. Are you really not good at that? Because I feel like you probably are. And you, with the be bold and make the first move, the universe is telling you that you have to make more big moves, that you have to be more bold, that you have to push yourself more, because you might be slowing down your own potential. Your dreams need a practical plan. With a Taurus, we have full moon in Taurus. The full moon in Taurus in 2023 might also be quite an important date for you. So feel free to Google when that exactly is going to be, full moon in Taurus. Let's see, your dreams need a practical plan. We also have nothing will come of this situation. So I do want to check that because I think it popped out twice. Let's first of all check this card because it's interesting, so I want to see what it says. Nothing will come of this situation. Let's see. So this says that if you were worried, for example, about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. It also says that you should believe that you will get what you need, and that something better is around the corner. All right, and with your dreams need a practical plan with a full moon in Taurus, it says sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic and sometimes you need to be practical. Sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are right now, and you need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you are expecting and therefore attracting. Okay, write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Okay, laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. Three of Cups reversed. More exercise is called for. Interesting. Okay. So these are the messages for you guys, and I want you to leave this emoji in the comment section if you got until the end of this reading, and you did. So leave this comment, lets me know that you guys watched the entire reading. I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some good advice from the spirit, something that you maybe needed to hear. Maybe it made you reflect on something in your life, on your career, or a part of your career. Thanks again for watching Group 2, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my dear Group 3. So you guys chose this card. Let's take a look at what is the overall vibe of the year 2023 in career for you. So that's your overall vibe, and we're going to see the advice for you for the year ahead as well. So the card that you guys got is the 9 of Cups. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be delivering such an amazing message, because the 9 of Cups is a card of wishes coming true. So overall vibe, I see that this year, guys, a lot of success will come your way, a lot of achievements. I think you are going to be walking on a path that really suits you, that you wished for. Maybe you will get a job, a career offer in some sort of field that you always wanted to work at. Maybe your business is going to bloom and just work really well for you. But I see in general a lot of success and happiness, joy, a lot of great offers and opportunities coming your way. One of your biggest, or one of your maybe lately recent biggest dream will definitely come true. I see that you guys are going to be very happy this year, and I think it's going to be, what do we have here? Why do we have cards from the previous reading? Let's see, or actually I split it wrong in the wrong way. But yeah, I think that you guys, this year is going to be quite memorable for you, especially regarding your career. It feels like you're on the right path this year and things are aligning in a perfect way for you. Let's see, what is the advice here for my group number 3 for career, spirit? What should they hear about? What do we have for group 3? Whoever is watching group 3, what do we have for them? The advice of the year 2023 regarding love. Ooh, 3 of Swords, really interesting. We have 4 of Cups. We have a Judgment. I'm gonna pull just a few more and then we can talk about it. We have Temperance. Okay, 3 of Coins, that's your job. 9 of Cups. Okay, just one more. All right. Okay, and Justice. If I can pull it somewhere, put it somewhere. Okay, wow, it's actually a lot of messages. So, the advice for you. I see with the 3 of Swords that there will be some disappointment. But again, you know what I was saying with the Knight of Cups? It is definitely true. That's the main vibe of the year. So don't worry about this Three of Swords too much. Don't click out of the video just because you hear disappointment. But I gotta say it because it feels like there's some sort of disappointment. Maybe you are feeling disappointed or just not satisfied with your life right now, with the Four of Cups, with your career, with where you're going, with what's happening at your job, at your work. Maybe you have your own business and you feel like it's not doing as well as you wish it would, but it's going to change. And your spirit guides are coming through here to show you and tell you that things will align in a perfect way this year. I'm sensing that there will be, though, a time of change, a time of transition with the Death card. Something has to be left behind in order for this new energy to come into your life with the Death card. So death is this transition. It's the change, the end of something and a beginning of something new, the death of something and a beginning of something completely different. With the Justice, your spirit guides are saying that the justice will be served and the justice is on your side. And something about you guys feeling like you might be left out, that it's not fair. You might be feeling this way right now. That's something that you are working really hard on with the Three of Coins, that it's just not paying off the way it should. But it will, group 3. It definitely will. I see that this success that you're chasing will come your way this year, and you will achieve this dream, or at least a half of that dream. You will definitely see some big success from it with the Nine of Cups this year, so don't give up on it. Whatever you guys are working towards, whatever's on your mind, whatever project you are working on, whatever career path you want to maybe pursue, because every situation, all of your situations are different. Everyone is probably working in a different field. Some of you might have your own business. Maybe you're freelancers, and others might have like a 9 to 5 that they like or they don't like. It depends. But what I see right now is that there is a little bit of a disappointment and feeling like you're left out, feeling like maybe the opportunities are not there. It feels like you might be feeling a little bit stuck, but there's something new coming. The advice for you here, group 3, is to focus on the Judgment and the Temperance. The Judgment would be about finding yourself, remembering the roots, remembering why you started, what was the reason, what was the idea behind all of it, behind that career path, behind that job that you want to pursue. What was the reason? Why did you want to start it? It was probably because you felt really motivated. It inspired you. It's something that your soul called you to do. I feel like a lot of you might have forgotten about it because you were so focused on the result instead of focusing on, you know, the systems and the reason why you started. I feel like when we forget the reason, we tend to get lost because we are waiting for the kind of external or like physical results, proof of something working or not working for us. We have to remind ourselves why we started at why we started at the first place, and why is it so important for us or to us. The Judgment is asking you to go back to these roots to find out why. And also another message from the Judgment card is about following your calling and following what you want to do, what you feel like doing, what you feel like is the best for you. Not taking the advice of other people so much into consideration, more like what you actually want to do. I feel like for a lot of you, group 3, you want something different than the people around you, than the people from your maybe closest friend group or from your family. Your idea for your career is a little bit different and maybe even a little bit less traditional, but it just feels like it's different than what people around you are interested in. That's why I feel like it's not, it wouldn't be so good for you if you took the advice from the people that are not even headed this way. So listen to yourself. Another message is to find like-minded people. With the Knight of Cups, I think that could be about maybe joining some sort of like membership groups, or how are these called, like mastermind classes. Just try to surround yourself this year with the people that have the same goal or similar goal, or have similar vision as you, want what you want, or want something really similar. For example, if you want to become a musician, try to find a group of people that are artists as well, instead of hanging out with people that don't ever appreciate any art form, any sort of art. People that don't understand art, because yes, they might be your friends, but it just feels like you can't learn anything about it from them. So just remember to not take advice from people that are not headed the same way that you want to go. And with the Knight of Cups, surround yourself with people that have similar passion, because I feel like it's a passion of yours, group 3. Whatever you want to pursue, whatever you want to do, I think it's something that brings out this spark of passion in you. And I do think that for a lot of you, it's connected with some sort of art form, with the Knight of Cups over here. But if that's not you, don't worry. So moving on, we also have the Temperance. So the Temperance is about balance, balancing your energies. The Spirit is saying that you should focus on bringing balance into your everyday life, into your routines, not to be so harsh on yourself, but also to push yourself if you are feeling a little bit lazy. Create a routine that will suit you, and not a kind of routine when 1 week you are extremely productive and then the next week you are extremely tired from being extremely productive and you can't work at all. That's the kind of a vibe. With the Temperance, the Spirit is putting a really big focus here on trying to maintain balance between your personal life and your work life, your career. Make sure to work on separating these two areas of your life, so you're not going to feel, mentally maybe challenged after work, so you can disconnect yourself from your job, from your work. I think it's really important for you, group 3, to keep that balance. With the Four of Cups, I'm going to go back to it for a second. I see that during this year, there will be a lot of opportunities around you, but you might not be able to see them because you're very focused on what's going wrong, on what's not working out. So your spirit guides are asking you to have your eyes more open and have your heart more open by maybe practicing gratitude and not constantly pushing yourself for more and more. Because when we do that, I feel like we forget to be happy about where we've come so far and how much we have achieved so far. We're very focused on what's next to come, what's the next achievement, success. But the Spirit is saying that you should celebrate even smaller victories, that your focus should be there and more opportunities will naturally manifest into your life. Another message and advice that I'm getting for you, group 3, is to remember to work as a team member, maybe perhaps collaborating with other people and allowing other people to help you somehow. People that are, that as I was saying, have similar vision, similar goal. Maybe they have totally different skills than you, but you guys are kind of headed the same way, or at least, if you are ambitious, this person is also ambitious. It feels like it's the same kind of people, like the same vibe of people as you. And I think that you will certainly know who that is. You will be able to see that. And one last message from the tarot with the death. I'm going back to this card for a second again, because there's this change that will come your way. It might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. So there's something changing in your career, on your career path, a job, but it's going to be a good transition for you. And once again, with the Justice card, it's going to be fair. It's going to be good for you. The justice will be on your side. You will get what you deserve, basically. The good karma is here, so don't worry about that change that might happen, that will probably come this year in your career. All right, so let's take a look at the oracle cards for you guys. What is the advice for group 3 for career 2023? The advice for them. Oh, look, balance, spirituality, and practicality. So that's kind of this temperance energy where I was telling you about, maintaining a good work-life balance, balancing the spiritual side and the practical side, balancing your feminine versus your masculine energy. Both of these are really important. It's really important to stay in your body, in your kind of spiritual side of you, to believe in yourself, to fantasize, to daydream, to be creative, be spontaneous, but also practicality, the masculine side of taking action, being diligent, being focused at your work, at whatever you do, and taking practical steps towards your goals. So balancing these two energies is extremely important for you, group 3, maintaining that balance and remembering about it, because you might fall into seasons, let's just call them seasons, of being so much in your feminine energy that you just stop being as systematic as you used to be, because you are so focused on your feminine energy, on being spontaneous and being creative, that you kind of stop taking the practical steps, or vice versa. You might be so much in your masculine energy that you're not going to be able to be inspired or motivated, that you're not going to be able to stay inspired, that it's going to be really hard for you to find out passionate again, because you're overworking yourself, or you are critical of yourself. So maintaining that balance is very important. Pay attention to that. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So the spirit is coming through here to tell you that it's really important for you to just sit down and figure out what you want from life. What do you want from life this year? Where you're headed, if you haven't done that yet. If you don't know yet where kind of you want to go. It doesn't have to be exact, because plans change along the path, and that is okay. But having an idea of who you want to be, who you want to become, what kind of career you would like to have, how would you like your daily routines at work to look like? Would you prefer to have a home office job, or would you prefer to actually socialize and go to work? Things like that. You can get even into more details, or just in general seeing the big picture. Where do you want to go? But once you establish what you want, try to figure out how to get there by thinking about how can you improve your situation, how can you improve at the skills that you need at that certain career, at that certain job. So for example, if you want to become a full-time musician, who is a full-time musician? What kind of activities does the full-time musician do on an everyday basis? Obviously he goes to work, but before he gets that job, what kind of activities does he do? What kind of habits does he have in order to then be able to call herself a musician? Musician is not a person that never plays an instrument or never sings, never produces music. A musician is a kind of a person that stays systematic with practicing music, with creating music, with doing something about it, with researching it, with, doing all the work. So you got to think about who you want to be and then figure out what kind of habits you can improve on, what kind of new habits you can have in order to turn into that person that you want to be. Yeah, but anyways, your spirit guides are saying that your dreams need a practical plan. You have to figure out what can you do on a monthly basis or only on a daily basis to get closer to that goal, to get better at certain skill, to improve a certain skill that will get you closer to what you want to do eventually, that will grant you a promotion at work, Okay, so let's see what else we have. Also, I wanted to say the full moon in Pisces and full moon in Taurus are going to be very important for you in 2023. So feel free to Google them. Just put type in a Google full moon in Pisces, full moon in Taurus 2023. You will know when that's going to happen. And I feel like during those full moons, just pay attention to the overall vibe, what's happening that month, what's happening on that day, how are you feeling, and feel free to do some sort of ritual, whatever ritual you guys usually do. And if you don't, there are plenty of ritual examples or ideas to do for the full moon. And yeah, you will find a lot of information about it on YouTube and everywhere else on the internet probably. But if you guys are watching my tarot reading, I'm pretty sure that you are already into full moon phases, new moon phases, and how to use that energy to your benefit. So make sure to pay attention to the full moon in Pisces and Taurus in 2023. All right, so one more card for my group 3, the advice for group 3. What do we have? We have don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so the spirit is coming here through saying that whoever you were in the past, it doesn't matter anymore. What matters is who you choose to be and what you focus on improving, and you will get there. Even if something did not work out for you in the past, it doesn't mean that it cannot work in the future. It will, if you Maybe you just have to look at it from a different perspective, adjust some things, create new habits, as I was saying, improve your skills, or just see your situation from a different perspective. But the spirit is saying that you have to stop telling yourself that I'm not good at it because of X, Y, and Z. For example, if you had to do public speaking in the past. I'm speaking from experience, so let me know if that's you. If you had to do some sort of public speaking in the past and it was a terrible experience for you, now you feel like you're just a terrible public speaker. But I gotta tell you, group 3, a lot of beliefs like that, it's just in our head. Maybe, if you would do public speaking again, maybe you would suck again, but maybe, you wouldn't. Actually, the way that you look at it, the way that you feel about yourself would impact that, event, that public speaking event so much. If before starting to speak in front of, large audience, you would think, oh my God, no one's going to listen to me. I suck. Why did they invite me here? Why am I the person doing this? I'm not that good at it, or like no one's going to like me. If you think this way, obviously you're going to stress yourself out and it might go wrong. But if you go there with an idea of, well, these people invited me because they want to hear what I got to say, or this is my chance of proving myself and showing myself from my best perspective, my best side. It's all in your head, the way that you view yourself, who you are, the belief about yourself, it's all in your head. And obviously it was impacted somehow by your past environment. But the thing is, you can create a new environment, you can create a new belief. You just have to drop that old belief system and tell yourself otherwise. You don't even know how many times people stop themselves from doing something because in childhood someone said to them that they're not good at it. And they kept saying that to themselves over and over the years. And then after 20 years, they realized that, hey, this was actually not true. I am actually pretty good at it. So don't let your past and your past beliefs hold you back. Again, just because something didn't work out for you in the past doesn't mean that it's not gonna work out for you this year. So maybe the message here for you from the Spirit is that give something another chance at your career, at your job. It might really positively surprise you, Group 3. All right, Group 3, this is all that I have for you. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave this emoji in the comment section to let me know that you got until the end of this reading. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if you guys would like to, you can book a personal reading with me. The link is in the description box. I can focus on your specific energy. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next reading. Have an amazing rest of the day and this year, Group 3. Take care.